Those are your kids, right?
Correct.
You can agree to that, right?
Absolutely.
But right now, this is my family. No. It's my family.
Damn. Well, okay. I see we coming back heavy, ain't we? Look.
My family. He hit that Denzel in Training Day. That's my family.
So, okay, interesting. Very interesting where we starting off here. Yo, folks, new look, same feel. It's Love on Shuffle, man. This is Love on Shuffle. You are being joined by your boy Rome Jones, one half of the world famous IAX Instant Experience. That's my DJ Biggs DC. And you know we are not alone. We got our girl, our big cuz with us. Charlie! What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey, well, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but let's get right into it, man. Because today we want to talk about the big steppers. That's right. We're talking about step parents who are doing what they need to do, right? And doing and stepping up and taking that role on, right? This is a big call out to you, right? And a big shout out to you all here today. Because when we talk about step parenting here, it can be a little sticky. It can be a little sticky. And sometimes it can be a little messy. Hence why we took a look at this clip here from the latest episode from Love in Huntsville Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's a very sticky situation going on here with Trish, Ken, and Marcus. And I'm gonna I'm gonna throw up some more here just so you all can get an idea of what the situation is entailing, and then I'm gonna give a little bit of context and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Be real with yourself.
At the end of the day,
you gotta be real with this conversation. You are the cause of all this. You are the common denominator, right? To take accountability, but it starts with you. And if you're not ready, then he's not gonna be ready. Then I'm not gonna be ready.
The way he talks to Trisha, he talks to her as if he has that right to be disrespectful, and he's doing it in my face. Now, I don't care what nobody else do. You're not gonna disrespect my woman in my face.
All right, so let's give a little quick context real quick before we keep this thing going. Now, this is Ken. All right, Ken is our big stepper of the day. All right, shout out to Ken. Now, Marcus, you say, look, check him out, right? And actually, it goes with our new color scheme.
Right.
Shout out to that. But so Ken here, and then you have Marcus, who is the other guy in the other video, and then you have Trish, right, who is the common denominator, right? Marcus and Trish, they were married for some years, a very long time. They had 2 kids, living happily ever after, right? Halfway through their marriage here, dude just decides to up and leave and go to Atlanta, all right, and become a rapper at that, all right. Now, he turns his back on his family. He goes and he's living his life, doesn't contact the family, all right. He's pretty much MIA, right? Now, this is all, surface stuff, but he goes MIA, and then what does he do, y'all? After Trish finds her new dude, moves on with her life, he decides to pop back in. Just pop back into their lives and everything. So hence where we are right now. And I just gave a quick little synopsis here of what's going on with this family. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at another clip to kind of give a good little glimpse of what they got going on. And then we'll talk about the rest of it on the other side.
Here, bro. I'm in Huntsville. I'm here now. Now
we
what?
ain't got to see each other. You
I'm here now. Now what? What does it look like? How do we set up these boundaries?
Yeah.
Right? I called the courthouse. They said we waiting for a court date because obviously you put on there said we had no minor children.
His name on that paperwork, and it's so frustrating because, he has the same paperwork that we're presenting to him. I just feel like the guy just loves picking. Yeah, he just loves picking, and he sees that this is almost, the end of the road for them being married and him having that access to her. And I just think he's not ready to let it go.
Bro, what am I lying about, bro?
That's why you gotta stop lying. You said that the kid's name went on there. The kid's name are right there.
We got reassigned because you contested it.
Who's the judge?
So we got reassigned.
Right, because you put on there that we didn't have no minor children.
It's right here,
Calm, man, get your girl.
No, bro, I'ma do it. Look, it says it right there. Xavier Burnett, Zaria Reed.
Exactly.
Man, stop lying.
Relax, bro.
Here's the thing, Marquez.
Energy is off.
Hey, Marquez, sit down. Just sit down.
Nah, bro.
Just sit down. I'm gonna sit down. You gonna sit down.
The energy
Or you
is
gonna
off.
get the out.
It's
I'll put you out.
It's black and white.
We can do it that way.
It is.
Damn, bro. Like you make the. It's right there.
Are we moving forward?
It's right.
You want?
We can't move forward. We're gonna keep lying, dude.
Bro, are you serious?
It's right here, bro.
That has nothing to do, bro.
This is the line. This is the line. It's lying all the time, dude. First of all, you was disrespectful by walking in my house. You just did it again. You just did it again.
Hey, y'all better, bro. Y'all better
do what? Better do what? Better do. Get out. Get out.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad.
Get out.
What you gonna do? All right, let's talk thoughts, man. Now that we got full context, I'm kicking it over to our big cuz Charlie Ray. Hey, what's your thoughts, homegirl?
Ken, big Steppa of the decade. I think this is a narrative that we've seen a lot. Because he was like, nah, not in my house, my house. I feel like this is a narrative that we have seen a lot of where no matter what the dynamic is between the parents, whether they were married, just in a monogamous relationship, but usually the man goes off and does his own thing. There's a child involved. She's left raising the child, doing everything. And then when she actually moves on with her life, now he wants to come back in, oh, my kid, my child, my children, all this and that. So I think this is a very familiar narrative. I feel like this is not like I want to say like a carousel. You can't just hop on and off whenever you want to. Like, it's kids involved. It's kids involved. And if somebody is who has come into the picture that has made a conscious decision to step up and be there, I feel like you don't have no skin in the game. Because what we doing? We can either work together to figure out a happy medium, or just go and do what you got to do. And if you really want to take it that far, sign your rights over.
Hey. And just so y'all know, for full context, Charlie can relate.
Because Charlie a big Steppa.
Big Steppa.
I love my baby.
What about you, Biggs?
Now
man, you're not necessarily in this situation, but what's your thoughts around this?
Yeah, I'm not in this situation, but growing up with the my family and my pops would be the kin in this situation, because he stepped up with my in my family and really didn't miss a beat and just kind of kept it moving. So again, like you said, if someone isn't stepping up, what can you do? It's like you gotta kind of pull rank, because it's like, bro, you just getting here, like, where you coming from? But also at the same time, there's got to be some respect and boundaries, right? Because that individual's, blood, So I get that. I get where the other guy's coming from a little bit. But if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then you got somebody that's coming in there and is just kind of really handling the business or standing on business, as he was in that video, it's like you can't really make those demands like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about handling business. So whether you the biological or not, you being a parent is it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? So you got to handle business.
Nah, for sure. And just to piggyback on both of those points, I'm right there with both of y'all, man. Where especially in this particular situation, he lost the right, in my opinion, because you not only you left your family, you went MIA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you really removed yourself from their lives.
A rapper.
No, not a
rapper.
Not a rapper. Not a rapper.
Yes.
A rapper.
Yes, he did. Yes, to be a rapper. Okay. Now,
buddy.
My thing is that when I think about this in a deeper sense, you got these kids, right? And more than likely, you probably left in the middle of, say, a very important age. I'm
Right.
kind of, I don't know the exact ages, but I'm sure that they were still young enough to know who their father was and then not see him around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you got this new guy that's coming in and filling that role, I mean, come on, what you think they're gonna naturally kind of draw to? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do understand where Marcus is coming from. That's your blood. I get it.
Yeah,
but
nah, I get that.
But you did forfeit something.
Right. And I don't want to get this lost, right, too, because like blood is blood, right? So we still can't, even though he might have did some dumb shit and trying to been a rapper, at the end of the day, it's still his kids. So, we got to give him that, an opportunity to still see his kids, or, spend some time with his kids. But, I just don't like the demands and stuff that you make. You gotta kind of, we got to work and build that up again. You know what I mean? You got to build that trust up. Just like with any situation, you got to build trust up. You know what I mean? You left and then you expect things to just be smooth. Nah, bro, it ain't. You got the show. You got the show, build and show.
Yeah.
What you capable of doing. And then, once we see that, because everybody talk a good game, but if your actions don't align with what you're saying, like I can't rock with it. You know what I mean? So that's all. I feel like that's all that.
Do right.
Exactly. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. So
I think it's the consistency, and people having to understand that when there are kids involved, you don't necessarily have, to me, the right to be selfish enough to abandon them, because that's what you did. You abandoned them to go and chase your dream and what you wanted to do. So it's like, now if I'm here with the kids and I'm handling the day to day, it's my decision whether or not I want to give you another chance. Because when you decided to go do what you wanted to do on your own accord, then I'm just saying, like you don't really have no say so, and thank you. My wife just said the true attachment is to the woman, not to the kid.
Right.
You want to be able to control what she doing.
Right.
And the kids are just a little pawn.
You just lost one. You got to let that go, my boy. She gone, boy. She gone with Ken, my boy. Big Steppa. She gone with Ken, my boy.
Gone. Gone, girl. Gone, girl.
She's gone.
Look. Hey. Well, I guess and big shout out to everyone that's in the chat here with us, man. John Williams, Devin Pouncey, Andrew Castillo, Niera, India, all the wives are in the chat. Shout out to Tia as well. And y'all, this topic, to kind of tell this out here before we kind of keep this thing going, I guess, what do we predict to be the outcome in this situation?
I honestly don't. I mean, it's a messy situation because bruh doesn't really have a good grip on reality, right? I think he's kind of lost. So I hope for the best for him and Big Step with Ken, but I feel like that's a fractured relationship that's just going to just have two men that were need to sit down and really, I mean, honestly, you got to take out the woman in this situation, right? And it should be it should be all about the kids, you trying to control what she's doing, and and that I can't get with, because it's like, she gone, buddy. Let it go, So
I think you with that, not only taking out the woman, you gotta take out the ego. And I think exactly. that's a lot. It's a shot to the ego, because you're sitting here watching somebody else raise your seed, your legacy, like what you helped create and put into this world. So it's a shot to the ego, but you should have thought about that, my boy. But
see, as a man, I mean, I can understand it from an ego standpoint, because we all have egos,
pride. Let's call it what it is, bro. It's that pride.
Yeah. So it's like, even though you messed up in your mind, it don't register, because it's like, dang, my pride is still there. You know what I mean? But once you get past that, Charlie, like you said, because that's what it really is. Once you get past the pride, and you can actually be man enough to say, yo, I really effed up. I messed up. And take accountability. That's what's really going to be, the next step is just accountability. And then once you can do that, you can kind of move forward, and just actually have a grown man conversation. So
with some tact and
Yeah,
don't come up
exactly.
in here. Don't come up in here like you running nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Those
that
are
Yeah.
was
my
that was the
kids. See, like them your kids, but this
Right.
is
right.
my family. This is
And
Right.
just for
my
full
family.
context, for anyone who doesn't know, right, as far as the full scope of this story, that's how he came back. Like he
Yeah.
came back as if like I'm that nigga. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this is my house, this is my family. I'm back. And what? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh,
No.
sit your happy ass down somewhere, nigga. Like you ain't been here for about 13 years. Nigga ain't paid a bill, head ass nigga.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Nah,
Yeah,
man.
but
I
that's a
just feel for
sucker
them,
move. That's a sucker. When you ain't paying no bills, bro. Come on now.
bro. You're
Nah.
not
Like,
paying any bill.
do y'all feel that? Do you feel that he deserves the chance to, I guess, turn the situation around and have
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
I
I
do.
a
absolutely do.
cohesive
Yes,
co-parenting situation?
Right.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
I
And
do. Regardless of all the bullshit, I do think he deserves that because that's his blood. At the end of
right.
the day,
Exactly.
me. That's just me.
Mm, okay.
So,
We
well,
can't nail him to the cross, and we gotta give him a chance, but you gotta
hey,
show something.
I just feel like when you have consciously made a decision,
talk that
Oh,
talk.
here we
Talk,
go,
talk
Charlie.
that
Here we
talk,
go.
Charlie. Go ahead,
it's
Charlie.
it's the bed you made, so you
Yo,
have to lie in it.
she sound
And
like my. She sound. That's how my wife be.
and too, because
Look,
now you have somebody who made a conscious
Hmm.
decision. For me, I'll be transparent. I was raised by my mom's husband. That's who
Hmm.
I call my dad. So that was my step parent. And
Right.
we had a beautiful relationship growing up,
Hmm.
and if it wasn't for him, I don't think that I would be the woman that I am today. Because I
Hmm.
know my biological father, like, he wasn't even never in the picture. Like,
Hmm.
he was a big stepper, stepped on out the way. But
Right.
you know, I just say that to say I feel like we have to start, like you said, taking accountability for our decisions and
Right.
understanding how that may affect those that are around us, because when kids are involved, it's just a ripple effect. So the
Yeah.
stuff that you're doing and you trying to do to the other person, your kids gonna feel the aftermath of that. And that's
Hmm.
not fair to them. It's just not fair
Right.
to them. So I feel like, hey, you made your bed.
Yeah.
Night
laying that
night,
motherfucker.
John
Mhm.
boy.
Night night, motherfucker. Nah, but real quick, and I do want to just shout out just the good instances of these situations. And
Mhm.
like you said, Daryl, and like you shared, Charlie. Now, I was raised by both parents. Now, I never had a step parent involved. However, my older sister, was raised by my father,
Mhm.
and her father was in the picture. Now, granted, she wasn't under his roof. She was under another man's roof, but I don't know what conversation they had at some point over the years, but they always had a pristine relationship in how they raised their daughter,
Right.
essentially, because
Hmm.
my dad always looked at her as his daughter. So
Mhm.
it definitely takes time and it
Mhm.
takes patience, right? And I just want to shout out any of those folks who do have a solid situation
Right.
in that and so forth. And shout out once again to all the wives in the chat here. We got Nira, we got Tia, we got India in here. We love y'all. We love
Yeah.
y'all, and we love the rest of y'all too as we keep this thing going, man, here on Love on Shuffle. Love on Shuffle. And we're going to shuffle through this thing. We're going to keep it going. And at this point, we love to kick it over to our girl, our favorite big cuz. But I just want to remind y'all, man, like, subscribe. Make sure if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and click that like and that subscribe button here, just so y'all can, make sure that y'all, show us some love here. All right. So we
Mhm.
can make sure that we keep this content going for y'all as well. So, hey, any thoughts, questions, concerns, make sure that y'all have that sent over to us as well. But speaking of questions, we got a question of the day here, and it's coming from our favorite big cuz, Charlie.
Feel like I need a bullhorn. Yo, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. I cannot express the gratitude, which y'all already know it's your big cuz Charlie Ray. We love to hear from you all. So if you could, like Jerome said, like, subscribe, share. You can hit us up on any social media platform at Love on Shuffle. That's LOVE on Shuffle. Or you can hit us up at our new email, loveonshuffle@gmail.com. Drop us your questions, your thoughts, your comments. We would love to hear from you. So, in the spirit of big steppers and step parents, it creates a
Big step.
blended family dynamic. So, I want to know from and hear from you all, what does a healthy blended family look like? What are some characteristics to it?
Mm.
So, what does a
Ooh.
healthy blended family look like?
Mm. Well,
I think that was a perfect segue. Perfect segue question.
yeah, I
Go
think.
ahead, D.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, honestly, it looks like when it doesn't really. It just, I don't know. You can't really tell. There's no there's the same treatment for each individual or each child, right? And I think fairness and equal opportunity for, gifts, treatment, whatever, parenting. I think that is what and then just, communication, open line of communication, and everybody has a good understanding. I think that's what really leads to a healthy blended family. I know, like I said, like a similar situation to Rome is like, my older sister, we don't have the same father. And I didn't even know this until I got a little bit older. I thought this whole time, like, that was my, that was like my blood sister. But at the end of the day, she is my blood. I take that back. That's my blood sister. You know what I mean? So,
We know
but,
you.
yeah, but I never knew. I didn't know. And my parents handled it so well, communicated to us like, hey, this is your family. Like, family is family. Like, we don't play about family. So I think that's, to me, in my mind, is like, you don't even know. Like, you learn years later, like, hey, this, that's not necessarily, we don't have the same dad, or whatever the case would be. So that's what it looks like for me. So
Okay. And I'll kind of piggyback on that as well. And I can only go off of my experience, right? And how I grew up. Same thing, right? Where I kind of said a little bit before, my father and my sister's father, they, from what I saw for years, they had a good relationship, or a decent, cordial relationship. They weren't going out and having a beer together, or nothing like that. But when he came and picked up my sister for the weekend, they spoke. It was cordial. It was, hey, how you doing? And as far as I know, the bills were always paid. Whatever he needed to pay, she was taken care of. And another thing that he did as well, that to kind of add another layer to this, is that knowing that myself and my other sister were involved, right? Because I have two sisters, right? And me and my other sister, we have the same father. But whenever he would come around, pick up my older sister, he would sometimes pull up and he would give us a few dollars, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if he came and he gave my sister money, he would give us money as well, right? Because he wanted us to feel included. Now, for some fathers, they might feel some type of way about that, right? You like, look, you don't got to give my kids, like, but at the same time, there was never no love lost, nothing of that sort. I think that it does take some putting pride aside. I'm gonna go back to what Niera said earlier in her comment. You got to put your pride aside, man. It's about the kids at the end of the day.
right.
And also shout out to other families that I know that are blended as well. You know, I will say that the mother usually does step up in these situations and make sure that both sides are I don't want to say taken care of, but they they make sure that they do their part to make sure that it's cordial, right? And not saying that that's the most important piece, but it is important. So that's just me. That's my thoughts, Charlie.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think this is one of those things where it is very multi-layered. And so I think one of the biggest things, especially when you have a blended family and there's a parent that is outside of the home, it has to be a level of respect and it has to be some boundaries. Okay. It has to be some boundaries. Because then you're gonna have to turn the kid and be a big step for, my family. But nah, and I think too, for the kids that are involved in that situation, it's really allowing them to feel like it's one cohesive unit. And I think Daryl, you hit on something as far as not treating anybody differently. That's one thing I can say. Like growing up, my dad didn't treat me any differently than any of his other kids. Like you, if it's 7 of us, I'm in that 7. So it was just making them feel included. So, but if y'all have any other thoughts, feel free to throw those comments in the comment box. And as always, y'all can hit us up on Love on Shuffle on any social media platform. Also, hit us up via email at loveonshuffle@gmail.com. You can also throw that hashtag in there, ask because we appreciate y'all, and shout out to all the big steppers out there. You are loved.
Big.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yes, and shout out to you, Charlie Ray, always holding us down with Ask because there. Before we go ahead and we tell this out with our final segment, folks, just as another reminder, like, subscribe, all social platforms. You're on YouTube right now. That like button is right there. That subscribe button is right there. There is no excuse why you are not subscribed and liking our content. So go ahead and do so right now for us here. Once again, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the wives in the chat. We love you. We love you. So speaking of love, let's go ahead and let's keep the love going here. And I like that, Charlie. Oh, that was that was different.
Okay. Chill out.
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's tell this thing out, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's one of our favorite segments here, man, where we go and we create a playlist right here on the spot. And to take us through that is our resident DJ, Biggs DC. What's up?
Yes, sir. So we talking about big steppers, right? So we talking about a different type of vibe. We talking about that people that's going to step up and handle their business, right? So we wanted to come up with a couple songs that kind of really hit to that point, right? So we went with Big Steppa stand-up mix, right? So that was the title of this mix, right? So please continue to rock with us. Check out our mixes, and like Rome said, please like and subscribe. Make sure you'll get those notifications when we do post the mix. So we'll kick it off here. I'll start with my first one. I think I wanted to kind of kick it off with Imaginary Players with Jay-Z. Jay-Z, Jay-Z is the definition of a big stepper. So I had to go with that one. So I'm gonna bring it around to you, Charlie. What you got for me? What you got? Big stepper.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go Ludacris, Stand Up. I was going on the off of the feels that it evoked. It's very much, I'm here, I'm doing it, like in your face.
All right.
So
right.
That's what we going.
Okay, that's a good one. Ludacris, Stand Up. I'm feeling that. All right, Ron, what you got for me, baby? Talk to me.
All right, man. So for my first one, I'm gonna go. So when I first heard this title, right, I thought about Larry June. Shout out to Larry June. He always talking about some big step of shit. But so I'm gonna go with my first one. I'm gonna go with Larry June and the Alchemist, and I'm gonna go with Margie's Candy House. Just because the hook.
I love that record, man. Love that record.
Yeah, man. It's motivating. You know what I mean?
Right.
You listen to that in the morning to get you started. So that's my first one.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring it around. I'm gonna go with Rick Ross. Here I Am, because here I am. I'm handling business. So nice little smooth record, to kind of get your groove on in, on a Saturday or just whenever, What? All right, Charlie, what you got for me? Let's keep it moving.
Yes. Much love and respect. I'm going. My second one is Rich Homie Quan.
Hey. Hey, oh damn! R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, man. I forgot all about that. Damn.
Big rest in peace, man. Big homie, man.
Hey, I think that's. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my mama's favorite joints right there, man. I'm not gonna hold you. That's crazy. All right, Ron, what you got for me?
Hey, shout out to Nate in the chat here. He liked that pick. Shout out to Larry Jones. So for my next one, I'm gonna go. So because we were talking about big steppers, right? And I wanted to come from the angle of the situation where the big stepper isn't involved, right? And the child is being hurt by the situation. All right. I wanted to pick a song that kind of encompassed that a little bit. And one that took me back was Lupe Fiasco, man. Lupe Fiasco. He said, excuse me, he say, she say.
Okay.
Anybody who knows that song,
okay,
deep as hell. And I think it fits this topic very well. So that's where I'm going with my second.
All right, that's a good choice. Good choice. I'm gonna round it out with I went with Nipsey Hussle's Sucker Proof. I just like the energy on that song just made me when I heard it, I was just like, I can't stand suckers that don't handle business. You know what I mean? Handle your business. That's why I gotta say sucker proof from these suckers, man. You know what I mean?
Look, Charlie, he like, damn, man, I can't stand a sucker ass nigga.
Man, I can't stand them, nigga. Handle your business, man. So yeah, man, that was my that was my thought process when I was listening to it. But you know, RIP to Nipsey too, man. Damn, I forgot. What a legend, man. All right, Charlie, what you got for me?
All right, my last one. Okay, my last one. This just makes you feel like, hey, I got it. I got the bag. I'm doing good. We going Jay-Z featuring UGK, Big Pimpin'.
Ooh, big
Pimpin'. What?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
I'm telling you, man, that's one of the ones right there. I
hold it up, lean up in my cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this one. All right, what you got for me, Ron? Finish this out.
All right, last one. I'm gonna go Hell of a Feeling by Simba featuring La Russell.
Yo, Simba be spitting. He really snapping on everything. So shout out to Simba, man. That's a good pick right there. All right, man. We finished up here. Please again check us out. Big Steppas stand-up mix will be in the link in the description below. Rock with us, and we want to hear y'all feedback on the mixes. Let us know how y'all feeling about it. We're gonna keep dropping them. We're gonna keep coming. And yeah, any recommendations y'all have it on the stream, let us know, man. We'll check it out. Send us an email too on loveonshuffle@gmail.com. And we out. We rock with y'all, man. Rome, finish us out, buddy.
All right, thank you, sir, for yet another fantastic mix. And folks, we appreciate you all tuning in for yet another fantastic episode of Love on Shuffle. We appreciate y'all, man, more than you know. Just for being able to be here with us, to engage with us. Remember, like, subscribe. Yes.
Yes.
You don't understand how fire that is, dog.
Yeah. But listen, yo, Rome, with the view behind it, why she wilding out like that? That's
yo, she
crazy.
wilding on us right now. Look, this shit.
Now she's
Yo, I love it. I love it. Well, Charlie, enjoy those mountains. Enjoy those mountains.
Sure.
Big. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy that family. And folks, until next time, keep loving. Just keep loving. All right.
All right.
And we'll see y'all on the next go around.
Here she go.
Bye.